Hey everyone, Val Cookman here. I'm going live today and on motivation and your brain. So I posted a quote early this morning. Barriers are meant to be broken. And basically what I was talking about was barriers in your brain keep you motivated or unmotivate you. Basically the thoughts and the comments going on in your head all determine your motivation for anything. Workouts, running a business, being successful. Basically, there's two parts to your brain. You have two main parts to your brain to do like the thinking. You have your conscious part of your brain, and that's the one that's in planning and thinking. It's like a sports commentator, basically. You could say, like, pretty much gives a play-by-play of everything that's going on around you and discerning it. And it's responsible for memories and planning goals, and it's also responsible for describing yourself and your personality and your traits, your personality traits. Then there's the subconscious part of your brain. Well, I also have to add in here the conscious part of your brain, the thinking and describing yourself. It can be encouraging, but that voice could also be demeaning, mean, and self-deprecating too. So you have to be careful what your conscious brain is telling you. The other part is the subconscious part of your brain, and that's the part that's the necessary stuff for survival, like your heartbeat and breathing. It's also responsible for learned behaviors, like brushing your teeth, driving your car, walking, talking. We all learned it, and now it's like second nature. It's part of our subconscious. It was our conscious when we were learning it, and then it became subconscious. So there's a problem with motivation. Like, I don't know if I've attended a couple of them, but trainings and the way we're taught, you might have gone to a seminar, and maybe for a business, or I went to a Beachbody one myself, but you go to like these seminars and they fire you all up, and you come back and you're like, oh, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna be this awesome top coach now, or I'm gonna be the biggest motivator. I'm gonna, they have makeup businesses like Unique and stuff. I'm sure they do similar things, but you come back and you're all fired up and you want to run your business and you're going to do all these things they taught you. And what happens, like, I don't know, a month later, that fire and that motivation dies out. Even church can tend to do this too, and motivate you, and then that fire, it dies out, and you're left with, you're in the same position you started from. You revert back to your old habits. That's why inspiration or motivational trainings in itself isn't effective. And there's also how-to trainings, like you'll find a million of them, how to invite people to join your business, and they give you like a scripts, follow these steps, or like even a workout. Here's your schedule, here's your workout, do these exercises. That's also effective if you're going to follow the plan, but there's no motivation there whatsoever. So basically you have to train your brain to use the inspiration, motivational, and the how-to, and put them together. And basically I like to call it like intentional action. You're being intentional, you're thinking about what you're going to do, you're motivated by something, and then you continue to do it. And that is way more effective than using one or the other. Using one in isolation isn't going to work. So basically what I wanted to do at this point is like explain your brain, like how your brain works, and then in motivation, what I'm going to teach in future lives is how we can change our actions. Like our subconscious mind, we've learned things and they become such a part of it. Like even the way we think about ourselves, we automatically think like, I'm a terrible, communicator. Like I used to think I was terrible on video. We'll just even use that. I used to think I was terrible on video. And I took this training back in April. Back in March, where I went live. I hated video. I refused to do it. Went live every day for a month. Every day. I shouldn't say every day. 6 days a week. 6 days a week for a month. And now I'm like over this live thing. I'm still doing it. So that was repetition in my brain to rewire it, to tell myself I don't suck at video. I believed it, but now I've changed my view on it because I was doing repetitious action to retrain my brain to think differently. Same thing with anything. If you think about yourself as being like caring and loving, and then you have like these negative things like you're not a good communicator. At some point, somebody either told you that, or you yourself told in your head that dialogue said you weren't, and then at some point you actually agreed with it, and then it became a belief. So what we necessarily have to do to motivate ourselves is to retrain the way we think and make it part of our subconscious by repeating it and repeating it and repeating it so it becomes a belief. So this is basically what I'm going to be trying to do with motivation, and that's all it necessarily is. It's a science in a way, but it's also it's being able to retrain the way you think about yourself and your beliefs and the way you operate. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to dive way further into this as I go on, so please stay tuned. If you have any questions or you have a comment, please leave it below, and I'll be doing another live this weekend, so stay tuned for a post on when I'll be going live on beliefs and how we can change them. So I hope you have a good day, and remember, discover your power.